Welcome to this build log video from Microflash Gamma, my 3-pound combat robot. I'm Jason, the creator of Team Rocker Robotics. And today we're going to go ahead and start doing a very formal design of the robot. Now, in previous videos, I finished up doing the basic gist of what I call it. I got all the major components laid out. And now it's time to do the 3D model and start doing a 3D printed prototype. So for that, let's go ahead and jump over to Blender and see how things go from there. Loading some random thing up here. Well, not really random, this is my short film. So I've got plenty of experience actually working with Blender, and that's why I use it to do a lot of my 3D printing. Not because it's an amazing CAD program, it can do the basic stuff, but just because I know how to use it, I can work with it really, really fast. And of course, it is truly free and open. You can do what you want with it, and they're not going to tell you no. None of this weird 1-year evaluation license to see if we think you're commercial or not. So in that regards, it's really nice. The one thing that is helpful when you use Blender for this kind of stuff is to enable the Measure It plugins. Let's start by making this, the base plate here, the right size. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and import the STL models because I know those are the final models that I created. So we need a battery strap 3, and I need the ESC cage 2. Can I do 2 at a time? And then the battery plate 3. So now I have these 3 are coming in. I'm looking here. There's 2 little screws here that they're holding the ESC plate down. Let me just look at the ESC plate. So the ESC plate is basically a symmetrical thing. So the back 2 screw holes here, those go a little bit, just a little bit above, like a little bit closer to the front of the robot than the 2 bolt holes here holding the straps down. But it's also going to be aligned along the center axis of the robot. Now I have all the individual motor mount pieces. I just kind of have to assemble them per se in 3D now. And as for where it goes now, it's 3 millimeters behind the front of the ESC plate, which is right here. Each one of these little squares is a millimeter. So we're lining up right there. 1, 2, 3. So that should be the proper place of the motor mount. Let's get the motor in there because it's floating off by itself right now. So let me just create a little tray for the ESC that's going to sit below the battery like this. Or sorry, for the receiver, it's going to sit below the battery like this. I don't need the side ports. The side ports are for, I don't even know what they're for. I think they're the serial output if you're rocking a quadcopter, but I'm not entirely sure. Right here is a problem, because right here is where the wiring for the electronics goes in, basically motor mounts, the main power into the ESC. It's running smack dab into right the position of one of the 2 motor connectors. So I got to figure that issue out. So of course this is going to go ahead and screw with my original weight calculations, but we'll see if I can do it. So you can now see all those little vertical cylinders sticking up. Those are all the different bolt holes for things. Let's drill out the base. Doesn't look awful. Apply. Now, let's just move these to a different layer to get them out of the way. And I look to see if it worked all right. I think, yeah, that looks pretty good. To find out, we need to do a manifold test. Hey, it passed. Awesome. All right, well, that worked very well. The Boolean operation was successful, and I got all my bolt holes measured out. Well, there you go. That is pretty much the final design and a lot of the guts, as well as most of the back half of Microflash Gamma, my new 3-pound combat robot. I'm going to go ahead, spend a few hours, 3D print things up, and then I'll assemble it and hopefully get it driving shortly after that. So once again, I'm Jason, the creator of Team Rocker Robotics. And I want to thank you guys all for watching this build log video here. Go ahead and subscribe to me here on YouTube to go ahead and get the latest episodes of this, or watch live over at twitch.tv/Rocker Robotics to watch me build this stuff live and talk to myself as I sort out all these weird, crazy problems I have figuring out the lots of details of robot combat. So with that, thank you for watching and have a good night.